Why does JavaScript Modulo act strangely with negative numbers? Imagine you're trying to cycle through a list of items, and suddenly the numbers don't seem to behave as you expect. That's because JavaScript's modulo operator can act a little differently when negative numbers are involved. Let's explore why that happens and how to handle it. In mathematics, the modulo operation always gives you a positive result when dividing by a positive number. It finds the remainder after division and keeps it within a certain range, from 0 up to just before the divisor. But in JavaScript, the percent sign is actually calculating the remainder, not a true modulo. This means it keeps the sign of the first number, the dividend. When you write something like 5% 3, you get 2, which makes sense. But if you write minus 5% 3, you get minus 2. That's because JavaScript's percent operator calculates the remainder by subtracting the product of the divisor and the integer part of the division from the dividend. It uses a function called math, trunc, which rounds toward 0. So, the sign of the result depends on the sign of the dividend. This behavior can cause surprises in your code. For example, if you're trying to cycle through array indices or create wraparound effects, negative dividends can give you negative results. To fix this, you can adjust the calculation to always produce a non-negative result. You do this by adding the divisor to the remainder and then taking the modulo again. Like this, a %b plus b%b. This way, no matter if it is positive or negative, the result will always be between 0 and 1 less than the divisor. Some programming languages like Python implement a true modulo operator that always returns a positive number when dividing by a positive divisor. Others, like C or C++, have behavior that depends on the implementation. JavaScript's choice to follow the remainder logic can be confusing if you're expecting the mathematical definition. So remember, JavaScript's percent operator calculates the remainder, not a true modulo. The sign of the result depends on the first number, the dividend. Negative dividends produce negative remainders, which can seem strange at first. To get a consistent, non-negative result, use the adjustment formula I mentioned. Understanding this helps you avoid bugs and makes your code more predictable when working with modular arithmetic.